What really makes a man attractive? Is it a chiseled jawline, expensive clothes, or a flashy car? That's what most people think. But here's the truth. Attraction goes way beyond surface-level looks and material things. The most magnetic men in the world aren't necessarily the richest, the tallest, or the best-looking. Yet they walk into a room and people notice. Why? Because real attraction is built on presence, confidence, mindset, and the way you live your life. It's the energy you give off, the habits you practice every day, and the values you stand by. In this video, we're going to break down the exact qualities that make a man stand out, not just to women, but in friendships, business, and every social situation. And here's the best part. These are things you can build, improve, and strengthen starting today. So if you've ever wondered how to level up your attractiveness, not just on the outside, but from the inside out, stay tuned. Because by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to becoming the kind of man people naturally gravitate toward. Physical presence. The very first layer of attraction is physical presence. And I don't mean just being good-looking. Attraction is not about the genetics you were born with. It's about how you present yourself, how you take care of what you've got, and the impression you leave without even speaking a word. Think about it. Before someone hears your voice, before they know your personality, before they understand your values, they see you. That first impression is shaped almost entirely by your physical presence. And here's the good news. Unlike bone structure or height, presence is something you can actually build. Let's break it down. 1. Grooming. This is where attraction truly starts. Simple things like a fresh haircut, a trimmed beard, or a clean shave communicate self-respect. When your beard is messy, your hair overgrown, or your nails dirty, it sends the message that you don't care, not just about yourself, but about how you're perceived. On the other hand, when you show up well-groomed, it signals discipline, attention to detail, and effort. People instantly notice, even if it's subconscious. And let's not forget scent. The right fragrance has the power to turn heads. A subtle cologne, not overpowering, can make someone remember you long after you've left the room. Studies have even shown that scent is one of the strongest memory triggers. That means people literally carry your presence with them when they recall your smell. 2. Fitness and body language. Now, you don't need to be shredded like a Hollywood action star, but you do need to take care of your body. A man who looks healthy, energetic, and comfortable in his skin is always more attractive than someone who looks tired, sluggish, or out of shape. Going to the gym, running, swimming, even simple home workouts, all of it builds not just your body, but your confidence. And that confidence shows in your posture. Posture alone can transform how people see you. Imagine 2 men walking into a room. One is slouched, shoulders rolled forward, eyes on the floor. The other stands tall, chest open, head up, making eye contact. Who do you think people notice? Who do you think women feel drawn to? You don't have to say a word. Your body is already telling the story. 3. Style. Style is your silent handshake. It's not about brands. It's about fit, cleanliness, and authenticity. A $30 shirt that fits perfectly will always look better than a $300 designer shirt that's too loose or too tight. Think about the basics. Clean, fitted clothes in neutral colors, paired with sharp shoes, can elevate you instantly. And shoes matter, a lot more than most men realize. Women, especially, notice them. A man with polished, well-kept shoes signals attention to detail. A man with dirty, torn sneakers? Instantly less attractive. Accessories, too, can say a lot about you. A classic watch, a clean belt, maybe a subtle bracelet or ring. These small details add layers to your appearance without saying a word. 4. Hygiene and skincare. This is where many men slip up because they think skincare is just for women. Wrong. Clear, healthy skin shows that you're clean, disciplined, and vibrant. Wash your face. Moisturize, protect your skin. It doesn't take long, but the impact is huge. Add in basic hygiene. Brushing your teeth twice a day, keeping your breath fresh, clipping your nails, showering regularly. These things sound obvious, but you'd be surprised how many men ignore them. And trust me, people notice. Here's the truth. You don't have to be the most genetically gifted guy in the room to be attractive. You just have to take care of what you've got. Physical presence is about maximizing your potential, showing up as the best version of yourself. So when you walk into a room, your goal is simple. Make people feel your presence before you even speak. Because physical presence is not about perfection, it's about effort. And effort, gentlemen, is always attractive. Asterisk. Personality and social skills. Now, if physical presence gets you noticed and confidence keeps people interested, then personality and social skills are what truly make you unforgettable. At the end of the day, people may admire how you look, but they connect with who you are. And here's the truth. Personality isn't about being the loudest guy in the room or cracking jokes nonstop. It's about being someone others enjoy being around. 1. Sense of humor. Humor is one of the most powerful tools you have. Life is stressful, people are tired, and the world can be heavy. A man who can bring lightness, who can laugh at himself, who can turn awkward moments into funny ones, that man is magnetic. Notice, I didn't say comedian. You don't need to memorize jokes. Humor is about playfulness, quick wit, and not taking yourself too seriously. People naturally gravitate toward men who can make them smile. 2. Communication skills. Strong communication is underrated. Most people think being attractive means talking a lot, but the truth is, listening is what makes people feel connected. When you actually pay attention, maintain eye contact, nod, and respond thoughtfully, people feel heard. That's powerful. Combine that with clear, confident speech, and you'll stand out immediately. Remember, it's not about dominating the conversation, it's about creating connection. 3. Respect and kindness. This is where many men fail. They put on a front for the people they're trying to impress, but treat everyone else, waiters, cashiers, strangers, with disrespect. That's not attractive, it's a red flag. True attractiveness comes from consistency, treating everyone with dignity, regardless of who they are. Kindness doesn't mean weakness. In fact, a man who is strong and kind is seen as twice as attractive because it shows balance. 4. Social intelligence. Being socially intelligent means reading the room, knowing when to speak and when to listen, understanding boundaries, picking up on cues. It's about adapting without losing yourself. For example, you don't act the same way at a job interview as you do at a party with your friends, right? Socially intelligent men can flow in different situations while still staying authentic. That adaptability is powerful. It shows awareness, and awareness is attractive. 5. Authenticity. Above all, personality shines when it's real. Too many guys try to fake it, acting like someone they're not, copying others, or putting on a mask. The problem is, people sense it. Authenticity is magnetic because it's rare. Being comfortable with your quirks, your interests, your unique way of expressing yourself. That's what sets you apart. Don't try to be every woman's type. Be fully yourself, and you'll attract the people who are genuinely drawn to you. Let me give you an example. Imagine two guys. The first one is attractive, but he's always trying to be cool, never laughs at himself, and only talks about things he thinks others will find impressive. The second guy may not look like a movie star, but he's relaxed, playful, genuinely listens, and treats everyone around him with respect. Who do you think people want to spend more time with? Exactly, the second guy. Here's the bottom line. Personality and social skills are the glue of attraction. Looks may turn heads, confidence may spark interest, but personality is what makes people stay. Build your sense of humor, sharpen your communication, show kindness, develop social intelligence, and stay authentic. Do that, and you'll never struggle to make meaningful connections. Lifestyle and habits. Now let's talk about something that often gets overlooked when it comes to attraction: lifestyle and habits. Because here's the truth: how you live every single day, the routines you follow, and the standards you set for yourself are what truly shape your attractiveness over the long run. Looks can fade, confidence can dip, but the way you structure your life, that's what creates consistent, lasting magnetism. 1. Ambition and drive. Nothing is more magnetic than a man with ambition. Ambition doesn't mean you want to be a billionaire or run a company. It simply means you're striving for something bigger than where you are now. A man with drive shows direction, purpose, and hunger. He's not stagnant. He's chasing growth. And that kind of energy is contagious. People, especially women, are drawn to men who want more out of life because it signals leadership and vision. 2. Hobbies and passions. This one is huge. Men who have hobbies and passions are far more attractive than men who don't. Why? Because passion lights you up. It gives you stories to tell, skills to share, and energy that people feel when you talk about it. Whether it's music, fitness, cooking, photography, gaming, traveling, or even something niche like woodworking, having passions makes you interesting. A man with no hobbies often comes across as boring or one-dimensional. But a man with passions? He becomes magnetic, because passion is one of the most attractive emotions you can display. 3. Discipline and consistency. Here's where habits make or break you. Anyone can work hard for a week. Anyone can hit the gym for a month. But a man who's consistent, who sticks to his goals day after day, that man builds respect. Discipline is attractive because it shows self-control. It shows that you can commit, that you follow through. Whether it's waking up early, hitting your workouts, sticking to a budget, or working on your craft, discipline makes you reliable. And reliability is rare, which makes it valuable. 4. Balance and self-care. Now, ambition and discipline are important, but here's what makes them even more attractive: balance. A man who works hard but also takes care of his mental health, his social life, and his downtime is magnetic. Burning out isn't attractive. Neglecting your health isn't attractive. But being balanced, working on yourself, spending time with people you love, and taking care of your mind and body, that's what creates stability. And stability is extremely attractive because it makes people feel safe around you. 5. Environment and standards. Your environment says a lot about you. Is your room clean? Do you take care of your space? Do you surround yourself with people who push you higher, or people who drag you down? A man's habits aren't just what he does in private. They're also who he chooses to keep close. High standards in your friendships, your relationships, your routines. These things signal self-respect. And self-respect is one of the most attractive traits a man can have. Here's a quick contrast. Imagine one man who spends his free time binge-watching shows, complaining about life, and making excuses. Now imagine another man who wakes up early, works out, spends time building skills, pursues hobbies, and surrounds himself with positive people. Both men might look similar on the outside, but which one do you think people are naturally drawn to? Which one radiates energy, focus, and strength? Exactly. The bottom line is this: attraction isn't just about who you are in the moment, it's about who you're becoming. Your lifestyle and habits shape your future. And when people see that you're a man of ambition, passion, discipline, balance, and high standards, they can't help but be drawn to you. That's not just attractive, that's powerful. Confidence and mindset. Now let's talk about something even more powerful than looks: confidence and mindset. Here's the truth: confidence is magnetic. A man with confidence can walk into a room and instantly outshine guys who may be taller, richer, or better looking. Why? Because people don't just respond to how you look, they respond to how you make them feel. And confidence makes people feel secure, comfortable, and drawn to your presence. But let's be clear, confidence is not arrogance. Arrogance is fragile, it's loud, it's insecure. Confidence is quiet strength. It's walking into a room without needing to prove yourself. Because you already know your value. 1. Self-acceptance. Confidence starts with acceptance, being comfortable in your own skin. That means not wishing you were someone else, but playing the cards you've been dealt and maximizing them. When you own who you are, flaws and all, people sense it. And here's the paradox. The moment you stop trying to impress everyone is the moment you actually become impressive. 2. Purpose and direction. Nothing is more attractive than a man who knows where he's going in life. You don't have to have it all figured out, but you need to have a direction. Men with purpose radiate focus and drive. They wake up with intention. They're chasing something, whether it's a career, a passion, or personal growth. That kind of energy is magnetic because it signals leadership. And women especially are drawn to men with vision. Men who have a mission bigger than themselves. 3. Emotional control. This is a huge one. Life throws challenges, frustrations, and setbacks at everyone. But the way you respond defines how others see you. A man who loses his temper at the smallest inconvenience shows weakness. But a man who stays calm under pressure, who can breathe, think, and respond with clarity, that's strength. Emotional control isn't about being emotionless, it's about being grounded. When you're grounded, people trust you, respect you, and want to be around you. 4. Risk-taking and resilience. Confidence isn't built in comfort zones. It's built by taking risks, failing, and coming back stronger. Every time you step outside your comfort zone, whether it's approaching someone new, starting a project, or taking on a challenge, you expand your confidence. Resilience is attractive because it shows that you can handle life and that you won't crumble when things get tough. 5. The growth mindset. At the core of real confidence is growth. A man who thinks he knows it all becomes stagnant, and stagnation is unattractive. But a man with a growth mindset, who's always learning, adapting, and leveling up, radiates potential. And potential is magnetic because it signals that your best days are ahead of you, not behind you. Let me give you a quick contrast. Imagine two men. One has all the looks in the world but constantly seeks validation, puts others down, and gets defensive when criticized. The other isn't the best-looking guy in the room, but he knows who he is, carries himself with calm energy, listens more than he talks, and keeps improving every day. Who's more attractive long-term? Exactly, the second man. Here's the bottom line. Confidence and mindset are the foundation of male attraction. Physical presence may get you noticed, but confidence and mindset are what keep people drawn to you. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to show up with purpose, self-belief, and the drive to keep growing. That's the kind of confidence that can't be faked, and the kind that makes you unforgettable. So there you have it. What really makes a man attractive? Remember, it's not just about looks or money. It's about how you carry yourself, the habits you build, and the energy you give off every single day. If you enjoyed this video and you want to keep leveling up your life, make sure to hit that like button, drop a comment with which trait you think is the most important, and of course, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on the next one. We've got plenty more content coming on confidence, self-improvement, and becoming your best self. And trust me, you won't want to miss it. Thanks for watching, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next video.